Hello and welcome to the channel. So today I've got 4 products. It's going to be a compilation video. It's 4 products from evbase. These are all Tesla Model Y Juniper edition accessories, and they're mostly protection type of accessories. So it's basically covering 4 things. There's one is going to be, you're going to have one for your air intake cover in the hood. There's one for the air intake cover also in front of the car. You're gonna have something for your rear bumper seal and also your front and rear door seals. With the air intake covers, if you park or if you have places where you have lots of leaves, what can happen then is you have a bunch of leaves that go in here and they go and clog up your air intake, which probably affects the quality, the volume of air that's being sucked in, might affect your AC or whatnot. Also, the same thing for your front grille there too. If you don't know, there's a grille under the your bumper in the bottom, where there's air intake that's going into the radiator. And yes, there's a radiator in these cars that helps with the heat pump and everything, and also even with your AC. When those things get clogged, what happens is your AC starts working over hard, extra hard to get air pulled in and blown into your cabin. And so if you ever feel like you're hearing your AC do a lot of more humming, it's a lot more work, or it's not getting cool as before, one thing you can do is check your radiator. Now, to do that, you can see it from the front, but you can't really get to it to clear from the front. Most times to do that, you have to like take off the open up the hood, take off the bucket for the front, and then get to that radiator. So the best way to prevent you from having that is just put a grill right in front that catches all those air and everything before it gets to the point where it clogs up your radiator and your AC is working extra hard. And then for the rear bumper too, the one thing with this Juniper, with this Model Y here is, and I think the version before this release is the same thing, but they went from having plastic on the interior to being mostly carpet. And it's nice, it's okay, but the issue with that then is you have easy or quicker wear that can show on that stuff. On the door sills, the more you step on it, the more it's gonna start wearing off. In your trunk, as you're putting stuff into it, it can crack easily and mess up the look of that carpet. The best way to do that then is to have something that's more durable, rubber, plastic that goes over it to protect it. And so you have that for the rear bumper, for the door sill. So I'm gonna take you through all 4 of this. I'll put them in, you see what it looks like, the before, the after. I'll have more details, discount codes, and other links in the description. So definitely feel free to check those out. But on that note, let's get to these 4 accessories. I'll show you what they are, talk about them some more, and then we'll put them in and talk about reviews, feedback at the end. I've got the accessories laid out here. Let's go through them one at a time and I'll show you what they are. So the first one is what you have over here. These are the door seal protectors. So they will run along from the front of the door all the way through the back of the door. And again, that door seal right now is currently all carpet. What this would do is give you this rubber layer on top of it. So as you're going into the car, shoes, whatever, it's not scratching that carpet seal. It's getting on this one. And if at any point in time this is getting worn out, you simply take it off, replace it, and that's it. It's going to be Velcro attached on the bottom. So you got one here for the front, driver side, passenger side, and also rear, driver, passenger. So that's one piece there. This here is going to be the kit for the air, for the filter in the hood. So basically it goes in like that and it covers the hood. And so now anything, there's a very fine mesh on here. So now anything that's coming into that space, leaves, nuts, little tree branches, they're all getting cut up in here and they're not going into that air intake that can clog up your HEPA health filter or anything. Then you have this here. This is the one that goes in the bumper. So basically attaches together like that. This goes in the bumper. And again, this also has like a nice a mesh screen to it. So anything that's blowing as you're driving on a highway or wherever, anything that's getting stuck into that space, it's getting cut up in here. So easily can just dust them off and it falls off and it's not going and clogging up your radiator. And what you have here, this is the rear trunk seal. This is This actually is very nice because you don't have to glue it down, Velcro or nothing. It basically will hold on under the pressure. You put this under the rear trunk seal, that will hold it in place. But again, now as you're putting stuff into your trunk, you're not scratching that carpet. This is what's getting the damage, and you don't have to worry about damaging your car with that. So these are the 4 products. We'll go put them all in now one at a time, and then we'll see how that goes, what it looks like, and go from there. All right, let's start with this space in here. And I can already see I've got some stuff in here that did not get into that grill. And you don't have to take off that apron, but just to show you what's behind and under that, I'm going to take this off. It's a lot harder in this model than it was in the previous model. So basically, this is your HEPA filter, right? And so whatever is getting in through here, what happens then is it's going in here, and there's the vent or the suction is right. I can't get to it here to show you, but basically you don't want stuff going in that way, and the HEPA filter sucks it back in. Yes, you have a filter in here that's going to handle that, but why make that filter get clogged and cause further issues down the line? So that's why you put this in there up front, then you reduce your chances of having that happen. And so, like I said, you don't have to take this off. It goes in just like that. You have these little things, these clips that will clip into the grooves in here. I'll do the left one first. And the cutouts, very, very similar. So you just lay it in, and again, you push into the grills like so. There we go. And then I'm going to take the second piece, put that on top, and that's it. Very simple, nothing hard to it, but there's a nice seal here and here, so nothing is definitely going through there. And now your air intake is not blocked, but now you've got more protection on it. You want to take it off, it's not hard. You can simply, there we go. That's it. You can simply just pull and it'll come off. So it's not like a permanent installation that once you put it in, you can't take it off anymore or anything like that. So that piece is done. This section, now I've got this, right? This goes like so. Right, so this actually is 2 parts, right? You can take off this mesh portion of the bumper. So if you want to do it one at a time, that you can do. So now this is the frame. That's the mesh, right? Everything, this one also clicks in just like that. And then this portion will click into this to make one solid piece. But just to make it easy for ourselves, I'm going to separate the 2 pieces. That goes on that end. This guy goes on this end. This portion here should go around the middle grill. Right, so let's put that from here. I'm gonna then push it to slide that way. There we go. You need to make sure that this is clasping against these grills, okay? So if it's not, we gotta make sure you make that happen, because that's how it holds in place. So when you look at it, what usually happens is, let's do it here. The clasp is under the grill. You're gonna have to push that clasp up so it clips right above the grill, just like that. There we go. So now that they are both in, we'll get the mesh portion and we'll put those back in. There we go. And this part here. And that's it. So just like that, now you've got protection for the grill in there. You've got this mesh that's catching any dirt. It's not blocking your radiator, and it looks nice too. You got this nice honeycomb look, and so add some style also to your car. All right, so I want to show you now this bumper. This is after 1 week of it being installed, right? And so you can see, I don't know how clear it is, but you can probably see I've got some little tiny bug splatters on this bumper here. But down here is where I want you to look at. And if I get in a little bit closer, let's do this here. You can see I've got some little bugs there, and even the tiny ones. You can see how dirty that part is getting. The thing is, without this grill here, this mesh grill, all of this now goes into that space and gets into your radiator. And actually have another one here that I can show you. So on this one, so in case you did not know too, there's a louver or vent that gets closed. It's closed in here, but if this was open, all those bugs just go straight into the radiator, and that's how you start clogging up stuff. And so what happens then is your AC starts having to work a little bit extra hard because it's getting clogged up with these tiny ones. These are the tiny ones that you actually can't see. The bigger ones are like leaves and like, grass clippings that can get into that space. So this product here, definitely, I do highly recommend for you to have on your car. Let's see if I want to clean this now, how will it go? I don't have to take the whole thing off. All I have to do is really take off the mesh grill here. And so there's that little tab up there. Slide that up, and do the same here. And that's that. So now this still stays in. I've got this mesh piece. So this I'm just gonna take, and then you can clean this out. Probably spray like some pressure washer or some hose water from the back. Just dust it off. But then, like I said, this shows you how much this catches that will have ideally gone into that space. If that grill vent was open, just go into the radiator. So that's all you have to do. Just take it off that way and clean this off. And once you're done, you simply, I did not clean this, so just FYI, you simply come and you key it back in, and that's it. Snap, snap. Now let's go do the rear trunk, and then we'll do the interior seals last. Okay, for the rear seal, so see, this is what I'm saying. This part here, it's all carpet, and if you're loading stuff in, you're very liable to scratch these things very easily. What this does is it goes on just like that. And like I said, it's also, there's no Velcro or anything, and so it just attaches on its own weight. This will basically sit on top of that, and then for this piece, you just need to use a pry tool to get that under the seal weather strip, and you are good to go. So if you have something like this, that's what you're going to use. I'm going to start from here, open it up, And then get that guy just like that. That's it. So now you're putting stuff in. You're not damaging the carpet trim on that side. You've got protection going all the way to the edge of this, and that's it. And it should not affect anything else. Let's put this back down. If you don't have trunk mats also, you should check them out for trunk mats and other protection accessories like this. And closing the trunk. Closes perfectly. So now, last piece, the interior door seal protections. Okay, so for the protection ones, they do not have labels on them that tell you if it's front left, but typically the ones with the triangle things, that's gonna be your front. And so it's just a matter of just knowing, is it front, driver, or passenger. You're gonna need to have your floor mat out of the way for this. So let me get this out. Gonna just make sure the back of this is clean. And then what you're gonna be doing then is, again, you've got all these Velcro pieces around it. So just say, line it up. That's the only thing about working with Velcro stuff. They will stick on very quickly and easily. Perfect over there. This will also go under the weather strip, and so we'll come back and do that too. For now, we're just trying to line up the basics. And that's it. So now I'm gonna get a pry tool and we're gonna get this tucked under the water strip. Go. And now this is no longer just carpet, it's now rubber. So as you're going in and you're stepping and everything, you're not wearing out that carpet. This takes the damage, and even if you have spills or whatever, it's not going directly on this carpet. It's now going onto this rubber piece. So driver side is done. I'll do the rear shoulder side, and then we'll do the passenger side for both sides. Okay, so for the rear one, it's a little bit trickier because again, they're not labeled to tell which is which, but this part here that's got the curve, that's gonna be the front towards the back of the driver's seat. And then this part that's more straight is gonna go against this piece here. The curved part is going against here. And so again, starting from the very bottom, there's going to be an overlap to the one in front. This rear is the hardest part to install in all of this, just because tight spaces, Velcro, and all that stuff. So again, keeping it pushed down, I'm gonna line up that portion right there to go like so, and then it goes under the seat like so. And then you get it wrapped up here. It goes up all the way up to the top here. So just gonna keep walking that Velcro. It might be good to bring the seat down. So push it all the way in. And bring it. And so once you have that, the rest is just tucking it in under the sill. So let's start that from here. Okay, now you've gone from carpet and it's now all rubber all the way up. I'll do the other sides and we'll be done. All right, and so we've installed all those accessories in the car. The front grille against debris, the one for the air filter in the front, the rear trunk sill protector, and also the door sill protector for the front back. So again, this is from evbase. I will have links, discount codes in the description if you want to order yours. These are very simple DIY solutions you can do that help you enjoy your car a lot better. They improve the functionality of your car. They reduce some of the issues you can have with your car. So very easy. Check them out for sure. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.